together.
I mean, NBA 2K influences fashion because, I mean, everybody that likes playing the game now, they can see what their favorite basketball players or people are wearing, especially even live. When people are walking through the tunnel now, they can wear streetwear and things like that. Before, basketball players were wearing like suits. You never knew how they dressed outside of the game. But now, people can kind of emulate how their favorite players dress in the game and buy the clothes and, you know, accessories and things like that. I think
this is Zach and the Hornet on 90. The official home of your Milwaukee Bucks.
Get hip or get stuck.
In the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we got one more coming up. Stay tuned. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everyone. Tonight, the Portland Trail Blazers against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Well, for Milwaukee, they've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. And Kenny, we get to watch Che in this one, a player who's taken one of the more interesting paths to the NBA.
It was so interesting that I couldn't even follow it all. I mean, it was like a bounce around from place to place, but Che really had to fight his way into the league. He got his shot through some connections. We're not going to say how, but through some connections, and he made a name for himself in those workouts.
You look at Che, he's become more famous for his name than he has for his game. It's one to get the opportunity, but to stick around, you have to continually prove.
Right now, it's time for the tip. Yeah. Kevin Harlan standing by to bring us the play-by-play.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Hey, Dave.
Well, Damian Lillard is not just the best player on the Blazers. He's the team's unquestioned leader. But he said leadership is not all about talking. It's about letting others hold you accountable, too. Being coachable and committing to a common purpose. For him, guys, being a leader doesn't mean he puts himself above his teammates.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Bucks. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the center. And for Milwaukee, team swap here for Milwaukee. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
So many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
Every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wrong? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Chant. His shot is good, making a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Lillard scanning the floor. Excellent D there from Chant.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Charity swipe shot, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Lillard. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. On deep. Rebound by Murray. And Murray's got the ball here for Milwaukee. 10-point lead. Down low, Lopez. And the layup is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Trent. He's coming off a 16-point game against New Orleans. Out to the right wing. A shot by Lillard, wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 11 points.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Here's Chant. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And Lillard gets to Collins. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Bucks leading by 11. Here's Chant. Offensive rebound. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. The free throw off from Chant.
Well, the Bucks are in a good spot with a young superstar entering his prime.
And they like the fact that this core has more potential in it. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder as they committed to Lopez. They committed to Chris Middleton. And now they think that they could take the next step with Giannis's growth.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
1:11 left in the first quarter. Pulls it up. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Knocks it loose. Hill with it. Now defended by McCollum. Now the Bucks moving it up. Shot's good from Chant. He's got 15.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's McCollum. Lopez with the block.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shot.
And you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Here's Chant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum. The Bucks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And the Bucks making a change here. Williams is checked in. Good on the second free throw. 27 seconds left in the first. Passes it to Trent. From outside the arc. Rebound by Williams. The shot's good from Chant. Chant's got 18 points in the game.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything.
And so it's Milwaukee in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break. The lead is something that as he talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, you know, people are going to look to you first. You know, they're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, you know, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got McCollum, Hazonia out there with Collins. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the two-guard spot.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Williams, that's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 16. Pass to Collins. And finish off by Collins.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Jay, the pass to Williams. Basket counts. And the Bucks lead by 16.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Trent passes to Collins. Kicks it to McCollum. Right at the free throw line. Again, the Trailblazers score.
I feel like when CJ gets a couple of these to go, it accentuates his ability and confidence to score from the outside as well.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, having settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And it's off from three-point range. Last break, Milwaukee. There's Williams, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, what you like about Williams is how he's changed his game. And last season for the Blazers, all about bouncing back from their embarrassing first-round sweep at the hands of the Pelicans.
Well, that was definitely a motivator, and I think they put that to bed. Wanted to focus on being the best team that they could be towards the end of last season. And that Nurkic injury really took some wind out of their sails, but they continued to compete and still made noise in the postseason.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. Back to Lillard. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Miller just plays with great confidence, really feeling it here and looking to find any scoring opportunity in this one.
And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Even this early on, Brett, have you been on teams where you just knew changes were coming down the road?
Yeah, most of that, Kevin, I think happens because of internally what's going on with the team. Yeah, on the floor, you're going to see guys operating in the offense, playing pick and roll, but
it's behind the curtains where you begin to feel, right?
Good executives and good coaching staffs understand communicating to the people in the front office to say, hey, if we stay this way, our potential, instead of growing, is not knowing how low we're going to go. So we need to make some changes.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Lillard outside. Pass to Azania. Collins trying to break free. And Azania gets it to go. Azania's got his first points of the game. Bucks leading by 19 points. Jay, covered by Lillard. 16 feet away. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Well, that defender up in Ilyasova's personal space, and he had no problem rising up and using his height to drain the jumper.
Azonia up top, and Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Little with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Little gets the bucket.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Now the pass to Ilyasova. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the game plan against the Blazers, the last few postseasons has been trapping Lillard in McCollum and forcing someone else to beat.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center positions. That will ease some pressure on your backcourt. One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
Ilyasova dishes to Hill. Jay, covered by Lillard. Here's Lopez. Passes it to Jay. There's the triple. And it's Portland with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Yeah, the last game, it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
To the paint, it's deflected. Lopez, and he uses the glass on the lane. And the Bucks lead by 19.
Comfortable shooting close to the basket. The size Lopez possesses gives him confidence down low.
Trent passes to Lillard. Launches a three. Milwaukee with the rebound. DiVincenzo's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Shot from 12, and the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 22.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Here's Ilyasova, and Ilyasova throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been...
Thanks very much, Jay. You've had no problem creating both for yourself and for your teammates. What's allowed you to have so much success at the offensive end?
Hey, Jay, I've just been trying to keep our momentum and tempo, where we want it. Get as many easy transition scores as we can. When we don't stand still, things open up. And our team, what we are, we're willing to make the next pass. That's the type of team we are.
Well, so far, things are going in the right direction for your guys. Good luck in the second half. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly. Improved substitution here for Milwaukee. Williams, he's checked in for Lopez. Murray comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Jay subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Jay, covered by Lillard, sinks the triple. Connaughton's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Williams is out there with Murray. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Jay, and it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
You just don't want to give away points by giving away passing lanes. McCollum right there, waiting for one, then threads the needle.
Jay, the pass to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
So far, he's a can't-miss player, a superb scorer who plays to his strength.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland.
Well, after leading the Bucks to an incredible year, Giannis Antetokounmpo wins the Most Valuable Player trophy. A very emotional speech that night talking about his family and his brother and the impact they have. But really, how about the impact he's had on the Milwaukee Bucks franchise and what kind of aspirations they have on the shoulders of this young Greek talent?
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Little passes to Lillard. He kicks it to Little. From deep. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Last season break, Giannis played like he knew he was the best. Even finishing off dunks by yelling, "I'm the MVP."
Wow, you do that well, Kevin. Yeah, Giannis was incredible. And I like the fact that throughout the course of the season, there seemed to be laser focus on every night competing and getting better. He's just shouldering the responsibility of this entire franchise. And I'm looking forward to see where his game goes from here.
Jay, the pass to Williams. Doesn't go for it. And it's Portland the other way. Lillard outside. It's good. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Trailblazers shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Fires from the line. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for McCollum. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. He's averaging 20 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Hill comes in for Murray.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough. And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And for Portland, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Takes a 3. Rebound by Ilyasova.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
He had a nice open look right there. And now it's up to 25 points for James.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now here's McCollum. 21 points in the game. and a missed late.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Lillard. To the middle, here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Little comes with the double team. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Ray, you've stood out for 6 teams in your NBA career. What do you think about some of the front offices that you came across during that playing time?
I think when you find a front office, when you move from franchise to franchise, is what it is that they value most. And there were some franchises, quite frankly, Kevin, that I played for where they just wanted you to show up on time, get there, play the game, and leave. Those franchises end up having a lot of struggle to find some footing in the league. They also find trouble finding attraction from free agency because people understand the culture just isn't there. There are other teams that do so many other things well, Kevin. You feel so much more valued as a player throughout your course of your career. Those are the places that end up sticking with you. And I think the league is doing a great job from top to bottom, moving in that direction. Now, some are doing it better than others. That will always be the case. But the idea around finding more completeness for what it is you provide a player is a great thing for everyone.
Jay, offered by Lillard. Hill left side. For the 3, connects from three-point range. Hill's got 5 points so far.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Lillard, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in, right wing. Here's Connaughton. They get it back. Ilyasova. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. He's got 10.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Lillard with the bucket.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Outside Hill. Pass to Jay. Lillard comes with the double team, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
17 seconds left to play in the third. To the inside. Stolen away. He's got a clear path. No good from Jay. From deep three-point range. No good there. And so it's Milwaukee going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. Barring a disaster, it would appear they've got this game in the bag. Don't go anywhere. Right back. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
You gotta keep strong with the ball. They're gonna hit it. Not try and knock it out. Once we get it, you gotta push it. All right?
Well, he's stressing, obviously. Different look for Milwaukee. Williams, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Murray comes in for Pat Connaughton. And Jay subbed in for Hill. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. He's out there at Nurkic. C.J. McCollum out there with Trevor Ariza. And it's Trent in at shooting guard.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And the D really on its heels on that possession, didn't know what to do.
Outside Williams, inside, and it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Williams. Lopez has got 4 points in the quarter.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trail Blazers. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Monday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
And for the matchup with the Bulls, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. And they're playing through a string of road games. That will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. Bucks are gone 5 of 12 from the field, entering the fourth quarter. Here's Jay, and that one drops for him. Jay's got it at 31.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
McCollum right side. Poke loose, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And Portland has possession. Pass to Simons. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Collins. And finish off by Collins.
Good job attacking the rim right there from the big man, Collins.
Here's the pass to Williams. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Swanigan, he's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Trevor Reese. When a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can. That's an important factor.
On offense here, the Bucks. They're on a 16-6 run. Collins comes over with the double team. Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him, they appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Swanigan kicks to McCollum. Over Lopez. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 14 points now in the second half.
Now CJ operating like a surgeon out there tonight.
Jay, the pass to Lopez. That one goes. Count it.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
McCollum against Brown. Now here's Little. D right on him. Rebound, Milwaukee. Here's Jay. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
First in the East and overall best record with those 60 wins last year. Just a great season and a great playoff run by the Bucks. Unfortunately, fell victim to a backdoor sweep in the conference final.
And Portland making a change here. Gabriel's checked in. Passes it to Collins. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Simons. Takes the 3. Swanigan no good. You know, Brent, the Bucks had never lost 3 games in a row all of last season until that Toronto series.
Think about how much that might impact what it is they rely on coming into this year, where they're not going to let that loss last year in the playoffs define them. It's a big learning curve. They had an opportunity. They were that close. They can hold on to that motivation all year long and get back to that opportunity this year in the playoffs. They'd be better for it.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's Simons. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, from the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
Not in today's game, and
Today's
not with what's at stake. And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Pastor Gabriel trying to get something going. Gets a hand on it, and Collins is right there. Collins has got 4 this quarter.
Now Collins continues to play hard and determined to get inside to make it happen.
Jay the pass to Williams, and another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Outside Collins. Pass to Simons. Here's McCollum. Gets the 14-footer to fall. McCollum's got 28 points for the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Milwaukee.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jay.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
Here's Simons. Tipped away and taken away by Brown. The shot's good from Jay. Jay's got 38 points.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Simons. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Swanigan. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Milwaukee with the ball. Well, this one is winding down now. Milwaukee can watch the clock run out. And the pass to Jay. Dishes to Brown. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. Here's Lillard. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that from their perspective.
That'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Anthony, Brent Mary, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later. 2K Sports postgame show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right, Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here in the middle, I'm Ernie Johnson. And a chance now to head down to the locker room for our postgame interview.
Hey, Shaq here. Another game, another double-double. If you had to choose, which is the greater value to this team, your passing or your scoring?
I don't know, Shaq, man. I have to say my passing and my scoring. I mean, they go together, so how do you pick? That's like asking someone which one of their two children are their favorite. That's just something you don't do, you know what I'm saying? But I've learned that from a personal experience. You don't go down that road.
Well, I have 6 kids, and my daughters are my favorites.
And that's going to do it for tonight. For Kenny, for Shaq, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he is. This is Ernie Johnson saying good night. We'll see you again soon.
Yo, listen up. I want to handle the game ball real quick. Now, I think we all know who earned it, right? Come up here, man. Hey. You busted your behind tonight on both sides of the floor. Nice work, man.
Good job, boy. Hey, what's up, Coach?
Hey, Jay, have a seat. I just want to say we're all really happy with the way that you're developing. It's coming along.
Hey, I appreciate that, Coach. It means a lot.
At this point, we think you could be a starter.
Wait, for real, a starter?
I'm just going to give it to you. Right? You got to keep working, and the game keeps evolving. It's there, right?
Hey, whatever's best for the team, I'm just here to help us win.
Don't let up. And every day, every game is an opportunity.
Most definitely.
I'll see you practice.
All right, cool.
Go get some rest.
Will do.
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here's what they're starting with. Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Chet.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
All right.